look, certainly based on their first half performance, like pretty sure things for the final of the Groton School Challenge Cup. And we'll move in to this, the semi-final of the Grosvenor Cup for PR3 single sculls. It's Falk and Claire Parker on the Berkshire station up against Samantha Louise Gough from St Andrew Boat Club on the Buckinghamshire station. Well, a flying start there from Samantha Louise, it has to be said. She's gone out and already got clear water.
She absolutely rocketed there off the start. Looks like she just didn't want to take a second there, did she? She really just flew off. Claire Parker here on the near side in your picture. She last raced here at Henley in 1983 when she raced for Blondie, so the Cambridge University Women's Boat Club reserve crew, against Oxford, when the women's boat races used to be held here at Henley. So that was before Women's Henley, before the start of Women's Henley, and before there was racing at Henley Royal for the women's as well.
Well, a trailblazer for women's rowing. Great to see her out on the Henley course, but struggling at the moment to keep pace with Samantha Louise, who's new to the para development pathway and is also the English blind football ladies captain. Wow, a woman of many talents, going from strength to strength this season. It is great to see her at this event, putting down the gauntlet ahead of Project LA 2028, the Paralympics in 4 years' time. I'm sure she'll have a keen eye on what happens in Paris, but here...
So back now with that race for the Grosvenor Cup for the PR3 singles. And that distance is only increased from Samantha Louise Gough, who has led right out now from Claire Parker of Falcon Rowing Club. She's looking pretty comfortable now in the middle of the course as well, but I think the umpires probably feel that she will be fairly unbothered now and are happy for her to sit there. So we have the back there of Samantha Louise Gough from St Andrew Boat Club. And it's interesting when you have these athletes who switch between sports, isn't it? Because you get people who are they're just athletes.
Just gifted.
Yeah, and they can kind of really turn their hand to different things. Because I would say that football to rowing, not necessarily a natural partnership. You know, rowing to cycling is often quite common because it's a leg-based sport. It's a sitting-down sport. But football, you need a bit more of the sort of hand-eye coordination, which a lot of rowers will readily admit is not their forte, I suppose. So impressive that she finds it easy to switch. Well, not easy, but she is able to switch between those two very, very different kinds of sports.
Well, it's funny, Zoe, my pathway to rowing was something very similar. I was a footballer as a child. I was rubbish at that, so my dad said, go and do some rowing, Tom. Get a grip of yourself. And it actually turns out I was rubbish at rowing too. So just not an athlete, unfortunately, but there are definitely some on the Henley Women's course who are gifted in all sorts of departments, and that's clear here. Samantha Louise, I mean, captain of the English blind football ladies. That is an incredible achievement, an accolade. And here she is at Henley Women's Regatta, enjoying her scull down the course. I think that flying start really did take Claire Parker by surprise. And wonderful to see this event, I think, incepted in 2024. This is the first year that it's been run, as far as I'm aware.
Just looking at Claire Parker there, just moving quite close to the booms, but I think she's realised and she's straightening back out to get herself comfortable in the middle of the course there.
So coming down towards the line, it will be Samantha Louise Gough on the path to Los Angeles, and maybe, just maybe, that path starts here. I'm sure she'll be watching with more than just a neutrality over the summer as our Paralympic heroes take to the water in Paris, and maybe, just maybe, she is a name for the future And this could be the beginning of something very special. Back on the water later for the final of the Grosvenor Cup, PR3 single sculls. And great to see actually boat manufacturers like Wintec supporting this category, making sure that the right equipment is in place so these athletes can take to the water and perform to the best of their ability. And up and over the line goes Samantha Louise Gough. Big smile on her face. What a great moment for her. And even the sun's come out. A rare thing indeed.
Perfect timing.